episode.
Speaking of it being is what it is, we are live. What's up, everybody? To the Fandom Zone. If you guys noticed the thumbnails, rocking our new group, the Prophets of Geek Culture. So, showing our subgroups some love. Real deal geek culture type stuff that we got going on that channel. So go check it out. One of you fine people can drop that link in the description because I don't know how to do all that shit or really have the time and energy. What up, Timon Flip? But yeah, I started the stream today and I noticed something interesting. I got 22 dislikes and I wanted to give a message. I wanted to give a message to anyone who's listening or who might be listening, who felt the need to come out and give me a
Wait, wait,
dislike.
wait. I got it from here, right? I just want to say thank you for disliking this video before it even happened. I appreciate all the hate. It fuels every single one of us. Keep it coming. Just keep it coming. That's the most positive way I could state it, because I know General Zai was about to go somewhere that he probably couldn't come back from. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the hate, man, because it's like at the end of the day, we're still doing us. Nothing has never changed since day one. People out here just being petty. It's cool. They and their feelings. We got the mad, obviously, and fuck them all. But I still love y'all. Still love y'all, even though y'all hate us. It's all good.
Man,
Yes,
man, if you
that
hate
was
us so much to come here and dislike, just go watch porn. I promise you, it'll be way more worth your time than coming here and disliking this.
So let me welcome my real deal audience, the people that I always see. GP is in here. What up, GP? Gary North. You know Gary's here. Daytona Falls, man. I have not seen you forever. I thought like maybe you real deal went to Daytona, but you ain't late. I didn't start. Trey Courtney, Salad. I gotta say, like, shout out to Trey Courtney. Shout out to Stone Cold Jeremy and like all the real deal people. I appreciate you. You know, before I put ridiculous the ridiculousness to rest, I just want to say to my actual real deal fans, I've had a base in here, and Perp, you know what I mean. Cyber probably does too, and PV. You have the real deal fans, the people who constantly come in, regardless of what's going out. So, I appreciate all of you, and as long as you guys are still watching us do our goofy shit and waiting for me to fuck up when I read, I'm always gonna do this for you guys. I don't give a fuck about being like huge and having all these people like me or not like me. I'm really living up to being a villain now.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. It's a bunch of people a bunch of people that are upset are the people that never supported your channel, because if they were, they would be here. And shouts to the people that have supported this channel for a very long time, and you know, y'all should pay homage to General Zod. As crazy as that sounds, but he's the one that kind of kicked off this late night shit, and everybody else uh bit off his idea first. I'll be the one to say that. I would want somebody to debate me on that, but all this is a bunch of people just that never don't watch none of your videos, don't watch none of these, saying they pop in, say, hey, just to show their face, bunch of fakes, man. It's, I really rock with like the support that we get on this channel, like the people that just stuck by us and whatnot. Those are the only people that matter.
Yeah,
I'd rather
like
have the people
let me
that
just
support me than all these people that just it happened. I told you guys this happened pretty much. Oh yeah, it was last year around this time. I got a bunch of subs. Only one of them kept commenting, and he's in the chat right now, and he'll be on the panel later.
Oh, Mr. Biden back. I know there's a delay, so we'll probably get a bump in our numbers. But, No, I mean, there's been real deal people, and there's been new people who've come in here, liked what we do, and been consistent. But Gary North was like, and only Courtney's been coming in here consistently. Generation Productions dropping jokes. Daytona, I mentioned him because Daytona Falls was coming in here too for a while, and then I just thought he got lost in Daytona. Um, you know, we've had real good people, and this started out small. And to be honest with you, I don't care if I go back to having 10, 11 people watching. Those are 10 or 11 people who like to interact, who like to engage in the conversation. And that's what we like from you guys. We like when you're chatting back and forth with each other. This is why me and PB started this, to entertain you. Fucking whether it was one or two people, we were still going to do our thing. Whether it was just us talking, we were going to do that. And, Generation Productions has sent us stuff. Buddy, I have no clue. The mail is all fucked up. I don't know where the other stuff is that you sent. But we could blame the coronavirus for that shit. But yeah. Yes. Stone Cold. You come here for the mince pronunciation and stay for PB critique. Yes. So we got something for everyone here. And, on the real, I really appreciate all of you guys. I've been playing around with a new format. I did my first trailer reaction. Did y'all check out my trailer reaction? Speaking of people on the panel, I want to see who watched my videos.
Which one?
The one on Petty Dreadful.
Oh, no. I haven't watched that show yet. I don't want to spoil myself.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. Cyber, did you see my?
Are you talking about on your personal or on the Profits channel? Because I've watched every single video on that one so far.
Oh, Profits. I mean on my personal channel.
No. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Thank you, GP. I appreciate that. And I know Gary North, you watch all of my videos, dude. I have 400 and something. I appreciate it. And Biden, yeah, I know. There's a lot of dislikes, and the only reason why I brought this up was because it was 22 dislikes before I started talking. So, Timon, I respect your dislike because you're just fucking hilarious. Timon is another one. Timon Flip has been rocking with late nights for a while too. I appreciate the people who have a good sense of humor, but I know about 21 of those dislikes were from anonymous sources. So, Perp put it the best. I'm just going to kick shit off. And we're going to go into our articles for the night because I'm trying to keep this short because, Streamlabs is a bitch and the minutes are running. In these corona times, I can't pay for premium anymore. I got too much other shit going on.
Streamlabs or StreamYard?
StreamYard. Whatever. So the first thing I want to get out of the way, and I know what everyone's going to say when I bring this up. It's been a long time coming. I haven't mentioned her in a while. What up, PB? So excited. He wanted to be in here for when I bring up the person I'm not in love with. So fuck you, PB. You know who I'm going to get into.
The mispronunciations, not pronunciations, you butthole.
Are we going to talk about Ray?
No. Actually, yeah. I do
Highly
not.
Unlikely.
Damn
it. No, and thank you, Timon. And thank you, everybody, really quick. Thank you, everybody who watched my my video that I did. That's my first trailer reaction.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's my first trailer reaction. That's why I wanted everyone to watch it. I haven't done one before. I honestly thought I was going to get dinged. I did not get dinged. I didn't.
50-50.
What do you mean by dinged?
You know how YouTube does.
A copyright claim.
Oh. Yeah, a song, an image. But surprisingly, I shot it from YouTube's. So I was like, go ahead. I used it from you. So I didn't get hit for it. There was no music playing in the background, and I talked over it. So that does work, I guess. But yeah, go definitely
You guys are
after
talking about
this.
a war.
Yeah. Apparently G&G is at war with me. I'm not really fighting that war because I don't give a shit.
Is it G&G or is it just the fan, or is it just a section of the fandom?
It's probably a section of them, but you know,
I was gonna
if they
say
don't,
I don't. There's no way that Jeremy went out there and told everybody, "Hey, you know General Zod, you need to not listen, and you need to not follow, and you need to unsubscribe today, motherfuckers."
yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't even register on that. You know, they got enough stuff as far as they go to worry about. So, you know, it's salty people, but hey, I'm a fucking villain, so fuck them. I'm gonna do what villains do.
We fly
And
under
talk
the
about
radar, but we've had people on here that don't fly under the radar, apparently. Let's not get into that discussion, though.
yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about someone who is always on my radar and who deserves my full rate.
Wait. Brie Larson.
You just destroyed my segue. Damn it! I was building up a great.
You're a predictable villain, so it's like
Yes. I had to bring this up. So Brie Larson. Okay, Lee, get through the article. Take a deep breath. Zod, you can do this. You can do this. Brie Larson's love of Animal Crossings will seriously make your day. Fuck my life. This bitch hasn't infected enough of the regions of life that I live. But my daughter's game that she loves to play, this fucking cunt has to now interject herself and get a fucking deal from Nintendo. So, anyways, in a time of social distancing is the new norm, video games quickly became a safe space for individuals seeking an escape from reality. Then on March 20th, Nintendo dropped the perfect solution, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't even know why people play that game. But anyways, upon the release, fans swarmed social media with excitement as they paid back their debts to the notorious Tom Nook, including actress Brie Larson, recently teamed up with Nintendo because of her longtime love of the Animal Crossings franchise.
If you don't pay off your debt, Tom Nook will break your kneecaps.
I understand you're upset with Brie Larson because she likes a video game.
No, I'm upset because Brie Larson gets a fucking avatar in the game.
Okay,
So
you should have led that with that one.
what kind of animal is she going to be? Like,
Yeah, what kind of? Yeah, that's a good question. I want to know what kind of animal she's gonna be.
I will continue reading on. I was
She'll be a
burning red
platypus?
once I found that out. Before
She'll be a
Animal
platypus.
Crossing New Horizons was released on the Nintendo Switch, Larson posted a tweet gushing over the trailers for the new game in 2020. I'm crying, the woman behind Captain Marvel wrote in response to the sneak peek at some villagers.
Zod's
I
pain
bet
is
you
my
are,
pleasure.
Brie. I bet you are, you 30-year-old actress. You're crying over a fucking Animal Crossing. Nintendo then reached out and offered Larson a partnership for Animal Crossing New Horizon, and Larson has such commented on multiple Twitter posts about Animal Crossing, including one phenomenal thread featuring a 30-year-old actor alongside fan favorite characters. She also posted an ad to promote the game on Instagram. Already obsessed with hashtag Animal Crossing New Horizons, I've missed Tom Nook so much, Larson wrote,
She
paired
missed
with a
getting her
photo.
kneecaps beat by him for unpaid debts. Just like everyone who bought this game. That's why I haven't bought Animal Crossings.
with a photo of herself wearing a Nook Inc. shirt. If you are looking for sweet ways to spend your time at home, I highly recommend you grab your at Nintendo Switch and escape to your own island gateway. Now, who has iron nuggets they can give me? I don't know what the fuck iron nuggets are. My daughter plays
It's
it and I
probably
walk out of the
something in the
room.
game, guy.
I don't know. I have no clue about Animal Crossing. I just know there's animals in it and they're crossing somewhere.
You ain't got no clue about Animal Crossing, and the only reason that you know anything about it is because they're giving your favorite actress of all time an avatar.
That I would not know a thing. So she goes on to say that clearly, even before the partnership with Nintendo, Larson was a big Animal Crossing fan and other games made by the company. Then in an interview with Ellie, the actor shared how far back the love goes. I've lived without a Nintendo console, Larson said. Even in my earliest baby videos, there was a Nintendo there. My love for it runs deep. Meanwhile, speaking with people, it's revealed she has a character connected with the Animal Crossing franchise. And they don't say what it is. She goes on to say, I love the video games, but I tend to be very competitive. She said, I find this is a really nice counterbalance to that. It's enjoying your time and making something beautiful and hanging out with friends. And that's the end of the article. So
cool. So let me read, before you say anything, I'm going to read this comment from Generation Productions. He said, Brie avatar? Is she the last airbender? 'Cause she blows cuck?
Oh, that was funny.
Is she going to be an animal or one of those creepy villagers, which are usually the main characters? But seriously, those fucking villagers are creepy.
Yeah, they said she's a theme character. I don't know what. I don't have the game. I'm sure my avatar or my daughter will show me the avatar. Because my little Zod does not like Brie Larson. So
well, they would have to talk to Disney if they want to make a Captain Marvel character, not her. She doesn't own the Captain Marvel character, even though she thinks she's Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah. So I brought this up because who wants to buy Animal Crossing? You can see the exciting Brie Larson avatar. I mean, that would be.
You can do what everyone else does and kick the avatars you hate off your island. They're going to do people like, how do you do this? You're supposed to bully them or something like that.
Ooh, I should get this game. Oh, if I seen a Brie avatar running around, I could kick it off my island. And then I can invite it back on and kick it back off. This could be hours of fun. But, yeah.
I mean, she doesn't understand the hilarious things that are about to ensue with her avatar in the game as soon as people get a hold of it.
Hey, man. In Fortnite, they had a J.J. Abrams character that was released around, when they released all those last Star Wars characters around the last movie. And in the lobby, and there's footage of it somewhere, everyone was beating the shit out of that character.
Exactly. Like, I don't know how Animal Crossing works at all. I don't know what the point of the game is. From what I can gather, it's supposed to be like a child version of Sim City or something like that. So if you can starve her to death, someone's going to do that.
Perp, does this inspire you to buy Animal Crossing?
No, I'm a grown-ass man. I don't play Nintendo games. I'm a grown-ass man.
Whoa. That's hurtful.
I know it's going to trigger PB.
You know,
Nintendo
you don't
games aren't
mess
for
with
adults. It says
Pokemon.
ages 8 and up.
Simone Flip said she sure PKs video games, and I'm the new king of Spain. Congratulations. And welcome, King Sloan. Yeah, but I had to bring this up because this bitch is in everything. How does she get these fucking endorsements? It's just like she just her vagina opens full of endorsements.
Now listen here, Nintendo will give endorsements to people who have played the game long term. They had Robin Williams promote, I believe it was Skyward Sword with his daughter Zelda Williams. Because he likes The Legend of Zelda, obviously, by the way, he named his daughter. And his son is Link. Yeah. His children are Link and Zelda.
Well, that man clearly loves Zelda.
And he named his children those names as a grown-ass adult perp.
Oh, well, those are children, though. Just saying.
Yeah.
Are you going to name your son
Don't sell
Pikachu?
that many copies to children.
Are you going to name your son Pikachu? Don't think so.
No, I wouldn't name him Pikachu. You have to pick one of the characters in the game.
Name your kid
Pick
Blue.
one of the monsters.
I don't know. If your kid's a fucking monster, then maybe.
Call him Charizard.
What? Like I could make it a 2-level joke being from Wisconsin, and I could name him Red. Because Red Foreman is from Wisconsin.
That's cool. That's a cool name.
I don't know if you guys watch that 70s show.
That's a good show.
It's a classic show.
Exactly.
It's better than the other shows that came around at the time. Friends. Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, for the majority of it, I would probably agree with you, but there are definitely some great episodes of Friends. Most of them revolve around Joey and Chandler.
It's just a cult fandom of Friends that appeared in the last 5-6 years or so that are just fucking annoying.
Friends is not a funny show. It's a knockoff of Living Single. Knockoff.
There's only 3 funny people in the show. I will name their characters. It's Chandler, Joey, and Rachel. You get rid of the other 3.
Ooh. But if you get rid of Ross, then you get rid of the monkey.
Ross is a fucking asshole.
He is an asshole, but I love Marcel. I love that monkey, man. He's hilarious.
Tyrone Flip says, add General Zod. The only avatar of Brie that would make play a game would be those 90s arcade punching games. I would go bankrupt. I 100% endorse that statement. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar.
Somebody needs to make the mod so that they can put her as a character in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh God, that would be great.
Yeah, I was playing Super Punch-Out on the Switch and shit. Game's old as hell.
So I mean,
well, did you just say you were playing a Nintendo game?
Yes.
You must be 12.
Hey, man, you know BB's not gonna let that go.
I was playing Punch-Out, a violent video game. Not Pigpen.
It was made by Nintendo, and there was no rating system when that game came out, so...
Still, Nintendo's for children.
Yeah, I was playing Pokemon, and I threw out my giant dragon that was fighting against Godzilla, and it was an epic battle. It's not for children!
Oh man, welcome everybody. Yeah, just retweet us, let people know we're live. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to some Star Wars news to appease.
Brie Larson's in Star Wars too?
Oh God! Don't fucking get me started. Yes,
Okay.
one
They're
day.
making an
One
Animal
day.
Crossing avatar of Rey?
Before you
Ugh.
jump, I'll tell you the big fandoms with Animal Crossing and Pokemon is a majority of these people played these games when they were kids and they still play them now because they're good games and they've enjoyed them. Now we can go to the next
Thank you.
topic.
Cyber. That was
children.
a. And then perfected. Okay, so next topic is going to be on The Mandalorian Season 2 won't be bringing back one major director. He said bye-bye to Baby Yoda. So, who's the director?
So it's not going to be John Fargo?
No,
Ryan
it's not
Johnson?
my man Favreau.
Favreau.
Favreau's coming back.
Ryan Johnson, the best.
It's
director
his
they ever had.
project.
Oh my God.
No, they
I
didn't-
swear to
they
God,
didn't have him
I
as
will
a
kill your
director.
avatar. I will murder your avatar. There is no Ryan Johnson love on this fucking channel. Okay, I gave Ryan Johnson a fucking second chance. I went to see that fucking horrendous Knives Out, where I figured out the
That
movie
was a
an
good
hour
movie.
and. That movie was fucking trash. I figured that
Dude, you
fucking
can
thing out
you
at
can
about
always
an
figure
hour
out
and
these
20
no
Great
minutes.
purpose.
movies now.
It was
I
supposed to be on
figured-
purpose.
You can always figure out
figured
these
it out.
mystery movies these days, though. Once you got enough pieces to the puzzle to set it up, you're like, "Oh, it's that jackass." And then once it gets revealed, and they try to make it seem all surprising, you're like, "Well, you didn't see that?"
But no, they're actually Gary North for destroying my lead-in. Thank you, Gary. They're actually getting rid of Tiki. So the Star Wars spinoff, The
Tiki?
Mandalorian, has proved
Tiki?
a big hit. So it's completely unsurprising that the second season is already underway. But despite its success, its follow-up won't feature one big figure who was a part of its acclaimed debut. Don't worry, it's not Baby Yoda. No, it's Thor's Ragnarok's director, Tiki. Fuck you, I'm not saying the last name.
You can't even
he
say
was
the first
involved on an
name.
episode.
Huh? What's that? What'd you say,
said he
Cyber?
was involved in an episode?
He was
Yeah,
involved?
he was involved in quite a few, actually.
I didn't pay attention then.
Yeah,
No,
he
and
was.
you said you're not saying his last name. You can't even say his first name.
Thank you.
When is
Phoebe.
season 2 coming out? They ain't got a date on it yet.
No, it doesn't.
Fall.
Who has revealed that he didn't helm any instrumental episodes in the sophomore series. I'm not directing any episodes of The Mandalorian because I was doing another film, a soccer film with Michael Fassbender. Okay,
Well, that
the
sounds boring.
filmmaker
Boring
who
enough for me
directed.
to use a restroom.
A soccer film with Michael Fassbender. There's no metal in a soccer ball.
Oh, I know exactly what that's gonna be. It's gonna be a kicking and screaming reboot.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Why, Michael? I like you. You're a great actor. Why?
It's gonna be serious though.
Why?
It's gonna be yelling at the kids.
So, going forward, and let me start this off by asking PB because I know he loves him some Star Wars talk. What do you think about this? Do you think it'll affect The Mandalorian? He did have a hand in doing the season final. He was also the robot, I believe, the assassin droid. He did the voice. So,
Yes, he was IG-11.
so what do you think about this? And do you think this really even fucking makes a difference?
I don't think it's gonna affect the show at all. Like, it's not gonna affect the written story, and I don't believe that his directing style is what made the season finale a good episode. because it's not like it was the best episode of the season. So it's not like it was the one and only one that he did, and it was the best one. And oh my God, now we're going to be missing out on that. So I assume that the only reason this is news is because there's no fucking news.
This whole thing is Jon Favreau's project, though, right? And he's been doing a decent amount of writing and overlooking of it.
Yep.
Yeah, so as long as he's still on board, it's going to be pretty much the same.
And I like to point out, too, King Sloan said the lady who directed episode 4, it was episode 3, and that was Deborah Cho. And honestly, I would be happy if she did any of the episodes, or the whole series, to be honest.
What do you mean? No, episode 4 is the episode where the ATST fell in the water guy.
Yeah, King Sloan said, is it the lady who directed episode 4? I said she directed episode 3, which was the good one.
Well, maybe he's just talking about episode 4 and isn't talking about episode 3 instead of talking about the woman.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's only one lady, and that was Deborah Cho, and she did probably the best episode of the series. So I don't know if there was another one. I can look that up.
I think it's pronounced
Gary
Chow.
Chow. Never mind.
It's
I'm gonna sound racist if I say that.
Chow, 100%. But Taika isn't pronounced Tiki either, so.
Hey, I'm a villain. I say names how I want to. You try translating English from Kryptonian. I've been using Rosetta Stone. It's not working.
Well, I'm telling you right now, don't use Duolingo because that shit will kill you.
But no. Okay. Gary North said the ginger. I don't know, PB. You're more equipped. You're with the ginger community, so
Dude,
do you know?
There is no such thing as the ginger community in America. Like, there's only a ginger community in Ireland.
It's called the Soulless Society.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Well, they won't allow me
I knew he was
access
gonna
because I
say
don't
that.
have red hair on the top of my head. They're like, you have half a soul, no entry.
But your beard is cool. Come on in.
It's not enough. Like, they saw me through the little slit in the window talking. They're like, yeah, you can come in. They open the door. They're like, whoa. What happened to your head? I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, wait, so you still have part of your soul and you only lost part of it when you got to puberty? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, then you cannot come into our club. And I was like, well, then you can suck all the dicks.
So, Perp, what do you think about this?
Yeah, Gary North answered your question. Who he's talking about?
Oh, Bryce
Talking
Dallas.
about Bryce Dallas Howard, the chick from Jurassic World, apparently directed episode 4, and she's
Hopefully
definitely
she
meant
doesn't
to
fucking
be.
direct anything else.
Yeah, put her on camera instead of behind camera. What the fuck?
I'd like to see her behind on camera.
There you go. I'm get on board with that sentiment.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, come on, Perp. That's like what it's like. I heard the music, dun, 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 but I was just looking at the camera work.
It just pans up to her booty while the Jurassic Park theme song is playing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. The 90s was amazing. Stone Cold Jeremy says behind Zod on camera. Oh, and Timon
I don't know
says,
why you're
"PB,
laughing at that. That doesn't work out well for you, Zod. If she's behind you on camera, like, that's a unicorn situation.
No, because then the world is getting the greatest wide shot ever.
Wow.
Yes. No, I'm not saying yes to you. I'm saying yes to what Timon said. He said, I am the daywalker of gingers. the strength, but none of the weakness. Suck it, Gingers.
Oh man. So seriously, Perp, I know you were critical of the Mandalorian, and we did a great
Season
talk
one was
about
very
it.
basic. Season one was very basic.
And so do you think that it doesn't really matter, or do you think this will shift to narrow down how many directors are working?
I mean, I figured that's what they were going to do. I don't see why Tiki Man would be on here, with him being busy with like other movies, and he's got to get ready for Thor eventually, and you know what I'm saying, he probably got a book schedule. You know, it is what it is. I would figure they would get newer directors in there also. So yeah, but I'm just hoping with season two it's better than season one, because season one is basic, very basic mid, very basic mid. But you know, that's just my opinion about season one.
I mean, it is going to get better. There's going to be a lightsaber duel.
I mean, yeah, but hopefully it's a good lightsaber duel. It doesn't look like two old people swinging canes at each other. Just saying.
Well, then Rosario Dawson better start practicing now.
Yes.
Yeah, so are we gonna have a lightsaber fight with Rosario Dawson and what's his face? I keep forgetting his name.
Esposito.
Esposito, yes. I'm just gonna call him Gus because that's what I know him as. It's Gus.
Amen. You know what, Perp? Not very many people know that legendary show, that masterpiece of television.
He's one of the most underrated actors of our time. He doesn't get his just due at all.
No, not a.
He's honestly, when I look at the count, like of all the different actors that have been a part of Star Wars, he's probably like the best that they've ever gotten.
I'll agree with that 110%. Although they did have Mads Mikkelsen, who is my boy Hannibal, literally Hannibal Lecter in the show, and they so wasted him in Rogue One because he's such a great actor. And I was like, wow, they gave him the most basic generic story ever. That part of Rogue One disappointed me because when they said he was in it, I was like, oh, I thought they'd do like what they did for Doctor Strange and give him like a huge type of role, and they didn't. They wasted him. And that's my problem with some of the choices they make with this new Star Wars. Is Disney has the capital to get these big people, but they don't have the fucking like people to write them good roles. That's why I'm hoping they get good writers.
I agree with Trey Courtney what he said. They need to make this the Baby Yoda show. Yo, more Baby Yoda. Like by the end of this, it's kind of something like that we kind of got robbed of with Walking Dead. I want to see Baby Yoda grown up. Like he should grow up like each season, and like I want.
Did you say agree or disagree?
What do you mean? I agree
with Trey. Trey doesn't want that.
Oh, but anyways, this is what I want. This is what I want. I'll change it. I'll flip it. Like I want by the end of the series, Baby Yoda to have the Mandalorian. You know, him to have like some type of Mandalorian armor or something like that. Have the dark saber. You know what I'm saying? And he has Ahsoka's lightsaber, some shit like that. Ahsoka dies, some fuck shit. And how old is Ahsoka at this time? Because she should be fucking way older than she is. If this is like what, after 5 years after the fucking what's the fuck?
She's got to be like pushing 40 then.
Yeah. So she can still swing a lightsaber.
Early mid-teens in Clone Wars.
Yep.
And then when you get to Rebels, that's another 20 years past Clone Wars. So then she's in her early to mid-30s. And then by the time you get to The Mandalorian, that's 6 years after Endor. And the entire original trilogy takes about 5 to 6 years. So that's another 12. So Shit,
Okay.
she might actually be a little closer to 50.
Yeah, she could still swing out.
So maybe it's supposed to look like old people swinging sabers. It'll look like Count Dooku fighting himself.
But remember, like every alien species is like younger when they're older and they live longer than humans.
But that's what I want from the series, like that we got robbed from The Walking Dead. Because I remember in The Walking Dead, somebody made this cool ass mock up of Carl all grown up, his eye all being like his eye still missing and all that shit. He has like Rick's he got Rick's hat and he's got his gun, he's got Daryl's crossbow, he's got Michonne's sword and stuff like. And like give Baby Yoda at the end of this like all the different relics and stuff from each individual character that they meet up. It'd be dope.
So, welcome Stevie and welcome Unicorn, because if I don't acknowledge Unicorn, she beats me in real life and a villain needs to sleep.
That's true.
So, speaking of beat up, I want to talk about the beating
hold on.
that the celebrities took. God damn it,
Hold
I had a
on.
good segue.
No, you did not have a good segue. You can't say talking of yada, 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 beaten up. It was a mediocre segue at best. King Sloan said that she's 40, and Stevie J said that she's 41.5.
So is
skeptical of both of those numbers.
And Gary North said, just kill the Mandalorian in the first episode of season 2, then it becomes a Baby Yoda show.
So is Mando gonna clap those cheeks? Because she can't be like she's gonna be a 40-year-old virgin.
Speaking of clapping cheeks,
no, you can't take off the helmet.
There you go. You don't have to. In fact, you're supposed to keep it on for safety.
Oh my god, fuck a segue.
I like how he turned the Mandalorian into fucking Game of Thrones.
Oh, good. Anyways, yeah, so fuck a segue. My next article, Lady Gaga takes aims at celebrities.
That's a great segue.
Ain't nobody want to clap them cheeks.
I would, but anyways.
Lady Gaga? What you mean? I clap those cheeks.
What?
Lady Gaga is not a man, PB. Those are vicious rumors. Okay. There's
very
no
vicious
way.
Rumors that I will continue to exploit for comedic purposes till the end of time.
A lot of people say Scarlett Johansson was a dude. I don't believe that shit.
I don't in no way, shape, or form ever believe that.
Like, I didn't say anybody was supposed to believe me.
Hey, you know how this YouTube works. If we say it, it's real.
Okay, that's true.
Anything we say is gospel.
Are we that source of credibility now?
I don't think for a second that anybody on this panel or anybody in the live chat is putting Lady Gaga ahead of Scarlett Johansson.
Depends on what she's wearing.
Gaga got a fat ass, so you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
I'm with Perp on this.
It's the whole package, guy, and she's still white.
I'll take you. Well, you said Scarlett Johansson's a little bit closer to menopause than Lady Gaga, so I'll take that.
That just means you don't have to wear that helmet for safety anymore.
Hey man, I'm trying to get that bankroll. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a stimulus check.
Scarlett Johansson just got paid $20-some million for Endgame. She's got money.
$20 million, like Lady Gaga will wipe that with her ass.
That is true.
Lady Gaga's never at home. Scarlett Johansson, she shoots a movie and then she gets some time off to, chill with you.
I'll go on the road.
I'm not make a stream about who's better, fucking Scarlett Johansson or Lady Gaga.
Yes. So this comes to us,
man.
This comes to us from the Los Angeles Times. It says celebrities keep saying we're all in this together, but Lady Gaga isn't so sure.
Oh,
Unlike some of
okay,
her
I do give her points for being real then.
Yeah, I gotta say something before I read this. I've always respected the fact that anytime she talks, she doesn't say something fucking stupid. She breaks the norm of this celebrity bubble. Like any interview she's had, she conducts herself well. She speaks clearly and doesn't say stupid fucking shit. So, unlike some of her fellow celebrities, Lady Gaga does not believe we're all in this corona crisis together. While promoting her upcoming corona relief concert with global citizens on The Tonight Show, the shallow hitmaker and actress explained why she takes issue with people like herself and host Jimmy Fallon using the unifying phrase of "we're all in this together" during uncertain times. Well, I think the sentiment is nice. I also think that the fight that I'm in or that you're in is very different than the other fight of a woman that is in perhaps an abusive relationship and has a child and lost her job and can't feed her kid and can't feed herself and also can't get help that she needs because she's in a violent situation. Gaga said while on a video chat with Fallon on Monday. They have the video chat on the Los Angeles Times article. You can catch that. I'll put it in the link in the description. While Gaga didn't name anyone in particular among the well-meaning stars who have adopted the familiar rhetoric in their respective solidarity PSAs, are Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot and her Imagine team. Oh, the late night shows. Stephen Colbert, the cast of CBS TV series, and the original High School Musical ensemble, who reunited recently on social media to promote social distancing. The chromatic artists feelings echo those of many who have expressed their frustration online with the rich and famous as they continue to send messages of love and support from the comfort of their luxurious homes. We always take moments throughout the day to remind ourselves that we have it very good, actually, and I say that with a lot of respect and gravity, Gaga said. I've been really focusing a lot of energy on figuring out how I can help because we all want this to end, but being in this all together, that's a tricky sentiment because I want to honor that women is or that a woman is not in the same fight that I'm in, and I want to help her fight that fight. One way in which the
She
star
ain't got nothing to say about men.
Well, you know, you can't win them all. At least she's talking
take
about
back
the
the
stupid.
credit that I gave her.
At least she's talking about half of that stupid saying. But anyways,
continue.
One way in which the Star is Born actress is committing herself to the cause is through Global Citizens One World Together at Home concert featuring Billie Eilish, Lizzo, Stevie Wonder, Jay.
Except for Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is awesome.
Stevie Wonder's still alive? It's like, no.
Fuck yeah.
Those are jokes. Those are jokes.
And many more.
Coming, though.
Which she accrued to celebrate the hard work of healthcare workers and others on the front lines of this public health emergency. Gaga stopped by the late night programs of Fallon, Colbert, and Jimmy Kimmel on Monday to raise awareness for the event of Global Citizen COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. All three comedians are also set to participate as co-hosts of the forthcoming April 18th broadcast.
Remember, all three of those co-hosts are still getting paid to sit in their house and make something for TV.
Yeah,
the artists aren't getting paid at all to do anything because they make their money off of touring.
Also, fuck Colbert and fuck Kimmel. They can eat a dick. Anyways, I have always believed in kindness, and I think that what is true about times like now is that there's financial currency, but then there's kindness currency, and they're both equally as important. Gaga continued on the Tonight Show. There's a lot of people that are at home right now wondering how they can help, and they feel like they can't and they don't know how to. And one ways that you can do this is to be kind. And that is the end of the article. So, I totally and wholeheartedly agree with most of that statement. You know, they got to go on a tangent about women rights. That's her big thing she fights for, domestic violence and things like that. So I understand that plug. But I wanted to highlight the fact of calling out the people. And she said in a roundabout way, sitting in their luxurious homes, sending messages when they could be looking for different ways to help fund relief efforts. I 100% agree with this statement. And I want to get your guys' thought. What is that not true? I mean, why is nobody else thinking about this? She put together via online a whole bunch of fucking artists that she knows to raise money for health workers on the front lines, helping people out. And nobody else has come forward. There was another article where she was talking about she was having a hard time getting movie stars to come on board to this initiative.
Here's the thing, like I said before, it's these big artists, like these pop artists and stuff, that don't do shit. I told you the groups of mine that actually, you know, there's a lot of rock groups and stuff out there that started throwing stuff immediately when the stuff started happening and before everyone was on lockdown. That band I featured last week on my Twitch channel, the Struts, the guitarist Adam Slack, is raising funds on GoFundMe for coronavirus relief funds, and he won't shave his beard throughout this whole thing as a, you know, side thing. They also had a stream with a couple other artists, something that was smaller, I forget the name of it, and it was to raise funds to feed kids who don't have food during this time.
But Husky, that adds on to my point. It's the music section that seems, the music part of the entertainment industry, that seems to be doing more and heading the forefront than these fucking Hollywood stars.
Because a lot of these music artists came from nothing.
Well,
there's a
you know
lot
what
of
I mean?
these
Like,
actors that were handed shit in life, and is very visible when you go on the internet.
That's a good point. What, PB, what do you think?
I mean, it's not entirely selfless. There's definitely the self-serving aspect of, I would like to get my name out there and have the good publicity.
That's true.
Like that's definitely going through their mind. Like, they don't have anything to do. They were going to be in the news for doing whatever tour they were doing at the time. All that shit got canceled. So what can they do? Well, they can keep themselves in the news by doing some type of fundraiser or whatever with a bunch of other celebrities, which will even up their stock even more. At least, you know, with the typical common man. Not with me. Like, I don't give a shit that you are doing this.
Lady
like,
Gaga,
don't try and get my money to go towards this stuff. Only you, quote unquote, rich people should be the ones funding these types of things.
But here's the thing. This is funded by her own funds. She put in the work. She called all of the people. She is donating her own money to this and encouraging
just like how Mr. Beast
other people to do it.
Yeah,
but it's not
promoted
mandatory.
the tree thing, and he donated a lot of money.
And
then he donated a lot of money again and challenged someone to beat that. And then
I don't see Scarlett Johansson doing none of this. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, this is the. No, I see where you go with that. No, but this is the thing, and this is the thing, though. PB, I could totally get on board, and I totally agree with you. There is that part, right? the music tours got canceled, concerts, whatever, probably appearances. So they have to think of other ways. But they're thinking in a self-serving manner. They're still thinking of other people, and they get something out of it. They're keeping their name in, but she's put up her own money in this, and she's probably got a lot because, Star is Born was a good movie.
I
And
can't tell you the
I don't
countless
have
of athletes that have done similar fundraising and shit, but I think the reason why this one is in the media and not all these other ones that I've seen is because Lady Gaga's name's attached to it, and then she has all these other big names attached to it.
Right, and
that's
I'm
probably
not
why
talking
she came
about
out.
the setup and all that kind of stuff, because the person who gets that going should take care of that, and it shouldn't be like out of the good graces of everybody, and I'll reimburse you with the money we're raised. I'm talking about the money that is being raised through these events shouldn't be being raised from the average American. It should be being raised from those rich people in Hollywood, Silicon Valley, all those kinds of people that when they say, we're in this together, no, you're fucking not. You're sitting in your fucking mansion with your fucking animals, staying the fuck away from us like you did all the other times. You can pay somebody to go and get everything you'd ever need in the first place. Just because you used to go and do your shopping because you enjoyed it doesn't mean you had to. So no, we're not in this together.
Can I get amen? Amen.
Wham-man.
Yeah, and you know what? I totally agree with you. But at least someone of famous is actually coming out and using their name and their star power to actually bring stuff to light, so that maybe things like Husky is talking about also get brought up. It takes a big name
It'd be nice
to actually. How much you want to bet? Okay, if this thing is a success, how much you want to bet that every fucking Hollywood star is now going to jump on the bandwagon, considering all the articles and interviews that are being said, and now she's going like, yeah, I funded this, I raised everything, I put this together, and I'm wondering why other people didn't. How many, I'm going to keep an eye on this, but how many other people do you think now are going to come out of the woodwork and be like, I'm starting my own fundraising initiative to do this great concert, or to do a charity benefit, or blah blah blah.
I'm gonna start my charity right now. At this point, at like almost 2:00 in the morning, it's gonna be called the Kush Fund. Help the boy get some weed for 420.
Oh, gee. Oh, disclaimer.
10% of that will go to the Corona shit. 10%. Because the Lord said
you don't even know where to put the money.
the Lord said they give 10%, so I'm giving 10%. That's all they're gonna get. Just saying.
No. Well, I mean, I don't go by what that Lord says. I go by what the other one. He says, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's," and I was like, that motherfucker's dead, so we're good.
But yeah, and I agree. Timon Flip had a good point. Said the worst type of help is when an artist gives an autograph thing to auction, so others give money instead of the artist. And I agree. Yeah, that they sign autographs and they like post them up, and then other people buy them. No. This should be something where you put in your own money and you give the option of. And I think the other thing that should be specified with these charities, remember when they used to do charities and the celebrities, like they had the big celebrity charities and other rich people put into that charity? You know what I'm talking about? And sometimes they do it on Jeopardy or something like that. They should do stuff like that, where the charity is for other rich people to put their own money in. And then, they match it, or they
usually did. Yeah, they match whatever they would win on whatever game show.
Exactly, and then they put it to the charity.
That's the thing, though. Celebrities don't like to give up shit. You know what I'm saying? They just want to make money.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They want the PR. they want us, the common Joe, to feel bad that we're not donating for someone who's sick. But it's like, hey, what if I fucking get sick? So I'm gonna give you money to help me, which you put a charity in place. Like,
for the record, I don't trust none of these charities. Red Cross, all this shit, they can all go fuck themselves. Like, I don't trust none of that shit. Bro, like, every time I go get food from a fast food, like, you want to donate no, bitch. My order is already like not even $10. I'm not trying to make it 11.
The only charity that you trust is handing out sandwiches on the corner to your local hobos.
Yeah, that's cool. Don't give them alcohol.
My brother once made a really good point, though, because he said most of these things are like $19 or whatever. He said, if I kept giving $19 to all of you, I wouldn't have money for myself.
Yeah, don't give hobos like beer and stuff, because they might be recovering alcoholics and stuff. That's bad. I don't understand people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them a little bit of change if you got it. You know, I've gave somebody like a whole $5.
I was 16 and I told him he could have 2 if he bought me a 12-pack.
Oh, geez. So, yeah, you know, I wanted to bring this up because at least we've been talking for weeks, right? This has been going on for like how long? And this is the first time I've heard anyone of stature come out and say, why aren't we doing something? Like, normally back in the day, let me take you all back and kind of date myself to the 90s when you had like Ed McMahon and all those different charities and funds, right? And it was a different feel. It was, I don't know, the rich people of that time seemed a lot different from the rich, socially, active celebrities we have now. Yes.
In the 90s, did you have a mullet?
No, I had a backwards. I had a backwards
80s,
cap, and I wore
it don't matter.
crisscross
People
shirts.
still was rocking that shit in the 90s. I seen motherfuckers with mullets in the 90s. So, like,
did you hear what he said, Perp?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Are you? I gotta get that picture from your mom.
I had my Jordans. I had baggy clothes. I was wearing that Nautica South Pole.
They were like, "Look at this little Italian."
Culture. You were completely appropriated culture.
No mullet is complete without a Camaro and Aviator.
Biggie.
Some areas, yeah, the white areas.
Because you know I wasn't going to North Point. I was a fast runner, but I'm not that fast.
At least you was getting beat up for your Jordans like Jeremy. So.
Pow.
Oh man, but yeah. So let me move on. Speaking of Corona, Husky brought us this article. It's Ticketmaster changes refund policy amid the COVID outbreak. The coronavirus pandemic has brought the live event industries to its knees, prompting promoters and ticketing companies to preserve whatever cash they still have in their possession.
Before you get started, I do have something. Before you continue, I do have something to say. So many bands, when they said they had to delay their shows or push them back at the beginning of this, which was pretty much the beginning. Actually, it was during February when this all happened, when they started delaying their shows and putting them on ice. They said you should be able to get a full refund. So this shit is bullshit.
Yeah, so as I continue, and Cyber, I did look through this, and holy fuck, this is unbelievable, folks. Like, wow. So before the coronavirus pandemic had brought the live event industry to its knees, prompting promoters and ticketing companies to preserve whatever cash they still had in their possession. As such, one of the world's largest ticket sellers has reportedly changed a key tenet of its refund policy to avoid refunding fans when events are postponed or rescheduled. A new report at Digital Music News says that Ticketmaster's quietly updated its refund policy recently to significantly reduce refund payouts. While the old policy promised refunds for the events that were postponed, rescheduled, or canceled, a recent modification to said policy now covers cancellations only. See before after screenshots below. Last month, information regarding the cancellation and rescheduling of live events blog entry was posted to the Ticketmaster website that says, if your event was postponed or rescheduled and you are unable to attend and resell is enabled for your event, you can sell your ticket to other fans on our Safe Sample Ticketmaster resale marketplace. And then there's a picture here that shows someone trying to get a refund, and Ticketmaster is not refunding anything that was last month. So anyone who tries to refund their ticket for a current event, they won't get a refund. They have to resell the ticket and hope someone picks it up.
Which probably won't happen because a lot of these events have been delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, and here's what I have to say: Ticketmasters are the biggest cocksuckers known to man. These motherfuckers are worse than the fucking mob with their fucking policy. Before they act like their refund policy was fucking great to begin with, that shit was a scam from the beginning. The fact that these cocksuckers went and disabled that function, knowing that this shit was going to come down the pipeline, or knowing what was happening, they were doing this shit when they started seeing these events canceled. What a bunch of fucking cocksuckers. These motherfuckers, someone should go and disclaimer. Hold on 1 second. I just want to finish my rant here. Disclaimer. Someone should go and burn these motherfuckers to the ground. Continue, Cybernetic.
These jackasses too made it easy for ticket bots to buy up tickets and pretty much scalpers to buy up so many tickets. I believe they were also in control. Well, they usually have been in control of anything that's happened at US Bank Stadium. The Metallica concert, that big one that was supposed to be the big first concert at that stadium. My dad was looking for tickets for that to bring me to, because he got me into Metallica, and we like Metallica. I've never seen them live. I still have never seen them live. And when he went to get the tickets, all the bots bought it. Well, we didn't know that at the time, and then a couple days later, the news reported that so many bots took that. I mean, and then since then, there's been the smaller ticket. I'm not so sure about Ticketmaster though, because but the other companies have gone through so many ways and limiting for people to buy so many tickets since then. Just even like Motley Crue, you had to have a special code to get certain tickets or to get more, and they had a limit to like 4 because of these fucking bots.
Well, what's a Metallica?
Well, it doesn't sound like they're in it together.
Well, what's a Metallica?
One of the greatest metal bands ever.
I know what Metallica is. I was being sarcastic. They're irrelevant to me.
I'm not going to get into this debate. Anyways.
Yeah, Ticketmaster's just always a piece of shit.
Here's the thing. It's bullshit like this that causes people to get pissed off even more, because I have a neighbor here. You guys here on the show, or anyone who's popped in, y'all know my crazy drunk neighbor who's come on every once in a while to be funny. He got tickets. It was to a country show. I don't really listen to country. I know Florida Georgia Line was supposed to be the headline, one of the headlines. I like them, but the rest of the people I didn't really know. And Kenny Chesney. But anyways, it was a big to-do here, and they literally notified people who had tickets, and my neighbor brought like the fucking premium ticket, like you can fucking touch the guitar, and like they told them, oh, well, you can go to the show when it's rescheduled and use that ticket, but there's no refund. You can't, if you want to resell it, that's that same bullshit before I read this article. And I just thought it was contained to here. But apparently a lot of these companies are doing this. And this is just shitty. I mean, what about conventions? What about other shit that people see? I mean, they cover multiple venues.
You want to
So,
know? Okay, now that I've thought about it just a little bit, if they've just changed the policy now, I feel like somebody in accounting did the math and said, hey guys, we just qualified for losing enough money that we'll be able to claim insurance on all of these lost profits, and we can fuck over everybody else so we can hold on to that little bit of cash without refunding these other tickets.
I think what's
that
going
that's
to happen. I think what's going to happen is like with just a lot of artists just using like IG and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow they put a paywall behind that, and just
Oh
charge
God.
like $5 a head. Because imagine this, right? I'll give you a scenario. Like in the hip hop space, they've been doing these like producers versus producers, or like artists versus artists, like hit for hit. Like just recently they had RZA versus DJ Premier, and that I think that maxed out at like 200K people watching. So imagine 5 times 200K or something like that, or even 300K. That's like more
I mean,
people.
how many
That's like
people
more.
are actually sending money in while they're watching something like that?
But I'm saying like they'll get like it's sort of how like you could see like Instagram can have it to where you set up a preview, like you could watch like a minute or two of the program, and then it'll just be like, oh, pay $5 to see the rest of the event or something like that. And but they
Well, I
also would
mean,
have to think they, they would
it would
also
be
have to
like
think
watching Sunday Night Heat before an old pay-per-view. You get that
pretty,
extra minute of pay-per-view, and you're like, oh man, motherfuckers,
yeah.
keep playing this.
But also Instagram would have to change their limit because for some odd reason you can only live stream for like an hour. So every time this shit gets good, it ends up like cutting off because it hits the limit. But
Ah.
but I could see a lot of music like people in the industry kind of taking advantage of that, and just trying to figure out to put like you could be like IG music or something like that, and there's a paywall behind that, like $5 entry, $10 entry or something like that, and that shit adds up. Like if you could get 300,000 whatever people
Well,
watching,
yeah, it's just a mini pay-per-view.
yeah, and it's like it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same, like same amount of time that you would go to a concert and stuff, but you don't have to leave your house or nothing. You just plop on IG and boom. I think they
I
would make more money
mean,
doing that.
they could, I don't know how many people here use it. I've never used it before, but if they used it properly, they could have the people there with the cameras so that you could put it in virtual reality, and then it's actually like you are standing or sitting in the front row watching these guys do their rap battle.
hmm I know. Even the speaking of you just bringing up battling people that rap battle, they starting to do that. Obviously, they do like the money shit, like behind the scenes and
You
whatnot.
brought
But
it up.
yeah, no, I'm just saying
I
you
didn't
you
bring it
mentioned.
up.
No, you just mentioned battle rap, and I was like, yeah, battle rappers are also doing that too.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you have a good enough sound system or, good enough earphones, especially if you got some noise canceling ones, you put on them freaking VR goggles and you got 200,000 people with front row seats for
Right.
$3, $4. That
Yeah, like five
seems
bucks.
pretty cheap. And then you can just, go to your fridge and grab a beer that only costs you $1 because you bought it in a 30-pack.
Like take the app Tidal that Jay-Z like has part ownership in. Like they'll have live concerts on that and stuff. Like they've have live concerts on that. They've had live events on there. So like I could see them starting to do that. Like they don't even have to use IG. They can use Apple Music. They can use Spotify and stuff. Just add a live feature to them or something like that. Boom. There's your money.
Yeah, I say, you know what, Perp, though? I say we should go to these different alternatives instead, because I feel like places like Ticketmaster and stuff are the biggest fucking crooks. They're criminals. They're swindlers. They're just a legal way to fuck us over, and they need to go the way of the fucking dinosaurs. They need to be taken out, thrown over the bridge with fucking cement shoes.
I didn't even know Ticketmaster still exists.
There's something else with Ticketmaster. They sell stuff for sporting events too, and now I mostly saw it for like music and stuff. But usually, usually MLB tickets go pre-sale in January, and I know there's definitely events for hockey and basketball planned out. Were these people supposed to do fuck themselves?
Of course, you know about hockey tickets.
So,
do you think I've never been to an NHL game, though?
I say we do a new hashtag fuck Ticketmaster. So let's go ahead and get that trending. Anyways, moving right along here, I want to talk about other places affected, and being that we're Disney
Just go to your local box office.
Being that we are all Disney shills here, let's talk about Disney and some big news that I hadn't been able to cover because, you know, shit happens. But now I want to address it. Bob Iger takes CEO responsibilities back from Chapek. That's what I'm calling him. No one knew how to fucking pronounce his name, but from the Disney company Downsizing, expected once the dust settles from the pandemic, according to the New York Times.
You mean Chapek, Bob Chapek?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that name that nobody can pronounce.
Chapek.
Whatever.
I'm
I don't gotta remember his name Disney, because he had the shortest CEO run ever.
I'm gonna say this right now. Disney, I forget, several other like major companies and shit around the same time the virus and stuff started coming out. Yeah, their heads stepped down and put somebody else. I'm like, oh, look at all these fall boys.
Yeah, and clearly Bob C was one of those fall guys. The Walt Disney Company has seen a number of changes in quick succession in the past few weeks, from appointing Bob C as the new CEO to facing the crippling economic effects of the ongoing corona pandemic. Throughout the current crisis, however, only one voice from the upper echelons of the company has spoken out, and that's former CEO Bob Iger. Love hearing from good old Bob Iger. A recent post by the New York Times delves deeper into the current circumstances surrounding leadership at Disney, from Bob C's deafening silence to the potential of downsizing and reconstructing within the company. There he is with his stupid fucking smile. Fuck you, Bob Iger. I hate that fucking smile. He's got such a punchable face.
I wish we could see what Zod's seeing.
Oh my god, he's sitting in that fucking chair. It's the same fucking picture. You see him in every picture. He's sitting in a chair with a stupid fucking grin as the world fucking burns.
Yeah, you know what that grin symbolizes? I got money.
Yep.
It's a money grin.
In the New York Times piece by Ben Smith, he covers how Bob Iger, in an attempt to transition into retirement, has been forced to reasserting control.
Oh, good old tranny Bob.
Yeah, I know, that was a weird choice of words. And imaging Disney in a time of crisis. Essentially, he's quietly taken back responsibility. Quietly, this shit was like everywhere from Bob C. And is still CEO. And now Mr. Iger has effectively returned to running the company after a few weeks of letting Mr. C take charge. Mr. Iger smoothly reasserted control. Blue Jeans video call from Blue Jeans video. Disney does not use Zoom for its meetings for security reasons. I don't know why they had to put that in. The new
I don't either, because there's a lot of people not using that because Zoom has no fucking security.
the new nominal chief executive is referred to almost kindergarten style as Bob C. Ah, I said that! While Mr. Iger is still Bob, and his title is executive chairman, emphasis on the first word, Mr. Iger is now intensely focused on remaking the company that will emerge, he believes, deeply changed by the crisis. The sketch he has drawn for associates offers a glimpse into post-pandemic future. Mickey on fire and people fired. I threw that in. It's a Disney with fewer employees leading the new uncertain business and how to gather people into the safety of entertainment. With the pandemic wreaking havoc on the economy and still no opening date in sight for many Disney parks, Iger has commented on new health and safety screening measures for guests at the park. The Times piece goes on to infer the company will be downsizing following the pandemic to streamline its operations and be better prepared to weather a similar situation down the road. Mr. Iger, meanwhile, is trying to figure out what the company will look like after the crisis. One central challenge is to establish best practice for the company and the industry and how to bring people back to the parks and rides while avoiding the virus's spread, using measures like taking visitors' temperatures. Fucking Bob Iger. All right. Mr. Iger also sees this as a moment he's told associates to look across the business and permanently change how it operates. He's told them that he anticipates ending expensive old school television practices like advertising upfronts and producing pilots for programs that may never air. Disney is also likely to reopen with less office space. He's also told two people that he anticipates the company having fewer employees. Mr. Iger said in an email on Sunday evening that he had no recollection of having said this, that he expected a smaller workforce. Regardless, any decision is about staff reductions may be made by my successor and not me. He added. Great. Oh my God. So fucking Bob Iger. Throwing Bob C under the bus. So he sends out an email saying about how there's going to be there's going to be a smaller return of people coming back to work. And then he says, I don't recall sending it. What a fucking scumbag. Oh my God. If this motherfucker backpedaled any harder and he was riding a bike, he'd stop that motherfucker dead in its tracks. I mean, this guy should remain on top forever. Like the shit he comes up with is fucking taking temperatures. Okay, have you seen the lines at Disney? How the fuck you're gonna make this is gonna be worse than waiting for a ride? You're telling me that you're gonna have a whole section where people fucking come in and you're gonna take their temperature before you even fucking let someone fucking comment. I can't breathe. I'm laughing.
That's why you should go to Six Flags, man.
Or just anything from Cedar Fair.
Oh my God. So, all right. So there's been rumors that Disney has been losing money for years. Okay. But they weren't. Now, who here on the panel thinks this is going to be somewhat of a financial blow, especially on the parks end? What do you think, PB?
What do you mean? Disney doesn't take hits. They just make money.
They make hits.
Exactly. Like any money that is going to be lost while the park is shut down, it's going to be paid out from insurance. And then as soon as they open, that's going to be the cleanest that you've seen Disney in, I don't know, since it fucking opened. The entire park is going to be clean. There ain't going to be trash anywhere. And you'll know that every single thing was disinfected.
Yep.
So that's
Everything
going
was
to be the
smelled like
safest
salt.
place to be is the Magic Kingdom. So they'll be just fine.
Amanda, go
What
ahead.
are
Get
about
rid
you,
of all
Kurt?
that nicotine smoke that's been buried underneath whatever.
I'm with PB. You know, Disney it's not gonna lose no money. Like they're in the business of making money. It shows. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
what about this statement he made about downsizing?
That's just, you know, I don't see that as a bad thing. It's just like we gotta reorganize. This shit's kind of fucking everything up, so we just gotta adjust with what's going on. Like, why continue doing the same thing? Like, that's just gonna put everybody at risk and stuff. That's all they're doing. As soon as things get back to normal, which will probably really realistically be like 2 years from now, it'd just be like this shit never happened. You know
True.
what I'm saying?
Wookiee supremacy. Yes, I was in my high octave. I was laughing at stupid statements that Bob Iger made. Are we surprised though? Are we surprised at this point that Bob Iger, the most backtracking motherfucker in the history of making a statement? Does this man remember anything? I could have sworn he said other statements where he's like, I don't remember saying that. Like, that's like the classic cover up statement that everybody uses. And I don't know why. Like, we have a fucking email. This isn't like the fucking 20s where you said something in like a crowd and could be like, oh, I don't
But
remember that.
This
Only like 10
is
people who were there
exactly the
remember that.
20s. We are in the 20s right now.
I meant
Right.
the 1920s then.
I mean,
But
100
you
years
also
ago
gotta
now.
realize, that Bob Iger.
Oh,
You gotta also realize that
I
Bob
just,
Iger is in a whole different tax bracket than any of us on this planet. So like when we don't like, I would forget too, man. I'd be like, all I'm looking at is all the zeros there in my account. I don't know who this other Bob dude is. Just put him in there. I'll be like, I just gotta take a vacation real quick. Of course you're gonna forget.
I just realized that Zod didn't get his Y2K programming update.
Hey,
It can only work in two
Kryptonian
digits.
But I mean, no, I don't know. I want Disney to take an L somewhere because I just think they need to be knocked off a couple of pegs. But the thing is, they're such a giant corporation. They got their hand in so many things that really they can sustain off any one thing now. They're so
Hey.
huge.
Hey, I don't want no company to do bad. Just everybody gets your money. There's enough money on this planet, and there's enough money to be printed out for everybody to eat.
Well, you got a money printing machine? Because if
I
you
don't
do,
want the company to do bad. I just want them to put out better stuff.
Exactly.
well, here's the problem.
Like, there's a difference.
The business model is, though, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like that's what they operate under. So they keep on putting out shitty products until there's no money coming from those shitty products.
What do you mean shitty products? Like, for every one shitty product they make 10 good ones.
All right.
It's the same
what about
people
$100
that are
lightsabers?
doing all of those same jobs. What?
How much are lightsabers in general? Them shits are always expensive. If you get the legit like lightsabers, those shits are always like $200.
Okay, so that's my point. The lightsaber attraction at Galaxy's Edge is ridiculous. All the other ones are good.
Yeah, but did Disney make them all?
I've
course
looked
they
at
made
that
all
like
of them.
every experience. They're not giving you a great experience for like
God.
$200. They're like, oh, here's a box of crystals we hand you. I'm like, well, the whole thing of crystals in Star Wars is that you go find yours. So what they should have done is said, when you start off, you go into a room and you got to look around and see which crystal calls you, and that's the first thing you grab.
No,
That would have been awesome.
I don't want to do all that.
That's
it's all,
already how to make a better experience than what they have. They're like, oh yeah, here's your guy, and we're coming around with crystals.
Nah, I'm cool on that because there's too many people around.
You need to send somebody an email.
There's too many people to do that around and go do that shit. I'm rather just like pick up my shit, put my shit together, and go. I won't be around.
Well, yeah, it can be maybe it can be that for like adults, but if they also, because they try to attract all ages, because it's Disney, they should have a cave part where your kids run and go find a crystal.
And that's how they get snatched up.
If you stay with your kid, obviously.
Yeah.
You have those parents that go, little Jimmy, go into the cave in there and go find yourself a fucking lightsaber
meet you
crystal.
Back at the lightsaber station once you find your crystal. 2 hours later.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to the cantina.
You must still be searching.
Then your kid will get approached by this Obi-Wan looking creep. And be like, oh, have you I got these special crystals in the back here.
It'd obviously be like a fucking one-way entry.
Hey, man, as long as he makes it into the Michael K video, it's worth his time.
And over here we see the hobo Kenobi stealing another child. Look at my shoes.
Got you using Jedi mind tricks and shit. Oh, kid. Like you do not want to go back with your parents.
Oh man. But yeah, I made this this late night talks a little shorter because StreamYard's got time limits, and a villain ain't got no money during the Corona pandemic. So I'm running on them hours.
I remember what the fuck is the time limit?
So StreamYard's bullshit basic plan is like you get like 20 hours or some shit, and I used that in one night. So
how did you use
I did 3 nights. Night? It said warning, you're down to 1 hour. I was like, shit.
So you get limited hours and minutes on this shit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, man. Ticketmaster
now I miss Hangouts again.
That's why people use Zoom.
That's why we should just stream through Discord and like have like fucking OBS.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that shit.
I know how to do it. It's fucking easy. You get OBS, use the screen share thing, and screen share the screen where you're all talking in a panel.
You're asking Zod to do way too much.
You want him to use OBS, man.
Dude, I looked at the OBS setup. I looked at that shit and I said, what the fuck is going on? I had no fucking clue.
Zod will end up deleting his channel, like somehow.
That's a special kind of retarded, isn't he?
Like, funny side story for everyone, because I went through the articles. Like, I did download OBS, and I was looking, and for the longest, I could only stream myself, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I talked to Sean Stackhouse. Yes, shout out to you, Sean Stackhouse. Here's your plug. Go check out his channel.
Elements.
And he was like, yeah, it's super easy. And he sends me a fucking paragraph on what I have to do. And I'm like, man.
I figured out how to do mine in like one simple video.
The paragraph was in English. It was a serious problem for him.
Streamlabs is actually easier to set up. Like you could have like a screen, whatever, capture on the side and put whatever in front.
Streamlabs costs they put more shit behind paywall. That's why I say you get OBS, but you get Stream Elements attachment to it.
Yeah, you lost me at Elements.
This is the name of it. That's what the fuck. That's what I use. It's just a plugin with OBS. You can go to Stream Elements site and you can and when you go through the uploading thing, which is how you download any fucking app. It's all the same way on the computer.
Dude,
Click through
Zod
it, and then
doesn't
you click
use
the thing that says
plugins. He
OBS, and then you
only
do that.
gets plugged into.
Fucking hell! This is straightforward. They have tutorial videos too, so you don't hurt yourself.
What
No,
up?
he'll hurt himself. He'll do more than hurt himself.
See, I should shoot a video on me trying to figure it out, because that shit would get a million fucking hits.
There you go.
Zod would break his computer in 2 minutes.
How to not
Literally 2
use
minutes.
stream elements.
Yeah, but so I've cut it a little bit short because we're getting to the end of the month. You might see late night talks on another fucking channel. So that like the good old days of when I had my prepaid mobile plan, I don't run out of minutes. So anyway, yeah, I'm a mobile gamer and I'm proud of it. By the way, I got a new mobile gaming video coming out soon. But anyways,
not a thing to be proud of.
Nope.
Oh yeah. 500 and running in Marvel Strike Force, top of the boards, baby. Just broke
Get
800.
There better be. It better say shame in the thumbnail.
Shame gaming. What's
Anyways, I'm gonna start wrapping this shit up. Let me go down the line here. Go ahead, Cyber. Tell them about your great gaming.
Yeah. I got my Twitch. I gotta find the fucking link. But this is what this looks like, by the way, and this is what I do every time when I go to stream. Except I have this smaller. I just made a full screen so you don't see all the stupid memes I have on my desktop. These things will let you download and you can pay somebody to make specialized ones. Okay? And you just click them. This part is the easy part right here. This is so fucking easy. I could show you. Or, their videos could show you because it's very fucking straightforward and you don't have to read a damn paragraph because you'll see what the asshole's doing. But anyways, I do it on Twitch. I'm currently streaming Fallen Order. And if you see my brother in the chat, his name's Fox Eon and he keeps fucking backseat gaming. And sometimes I talk out loud to think to myself, but yeah, he's been backseat gaming and it's almost driven me more crazy than the actual puzzles that I'm stuck on.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
I tell him to shut up. I should tell him, don't you have schoolwork to be doing? But because he's still in school, but I'm not.
So, yeah, that normally works, but now it does not. So go over and check that out. He does those streams, and also that's going to be a part of our new YouTube channel, which I will go to. Perp, go ahead, tell them about your channel and all the great shit you got coming out in the 18 videos.
I really don't want to tell you about my channel, but unfortunately, I gotta tell you about my channel. So, Perp Minded, go check out my channel. Been talking about a lot of QB shows. QB is a new streaming service that just has short form content on it. I'm starting to really like what they're putting out on that platform, the way they're doing it. So essentially that you get a new show every week and you get episodes kind of daily, Monday through Friday. So you can let that build up and just watch all the episodes. So far I've reviewed about 6 shows now. Yeah, and I'm going to give you a video talk about the platform, what I like and what I dislike about it, what they could improve on it, and then I'll do a follow-up video of all these different videos that I've talked about when they end or when my 90 days is up. It's going to be a fun little experience. It's going to be a fun little experiment, but definitely go check out QB. If you have if you want $5 with ads with ads or $8 without ads, it's cool. It's a 90-day free trial. You cannot beat that. It's for a limited time. So, subscribe now. I am shameless plug. definitely go check it out. You might find something you might like on there. I think they got something for everybody on there. But also next Monday is my live stream, the Perp Show, you know, for all the stoners. It's a special 420 edition because usually I would have my live streams on Wednesday, but it's gonna be on Monday. Also, I had gotten reached out by another YouTuber by the name of Movie Files. He talks about a bunch of slew of different TV shows and movies and stuff like that. He wanted me to hop on a live stream this Saturday. So just make sure you follow me on Twitter and subscribe to me to keep up to date. I'll post something about it sometime this week or before the live stream. But it's always been cool chilling in the Phantom Zone. Shouts to General Zod. Shouts to Husky. Shouts to PB. Shouts to everybody in the chat. I know this was a long ass outro, but when you talk about so many different things, you just gotta make time. Deal with it. I'm out.
And of
Hey man,
course,
there wasn't any dead air. It counts.
and of course, the co-host commander and me amigo, the person who keeps this shit in line, and the person who is finishing up, I believe. Aren't you finishing your MCU March Madness?
I mean, finish? No, like I'm still in the thick of it. I am working on the next episode, that's for sure. Like I recorded some audio. I did a bunch of screenshot work, made some of the slides to put into the video. So it's coming together. So it should be out by this weekend at the latest, hopefully before then. And then I don't know the next video that I'm going to make for the other channel that we've created, Prophets of Geek Culture, which the link is in the chat. If you're not subbed, go over there and subscribe, and you can hear General Zod bitch and complain about comics. And then I also was talking about the live action / CGI remake of the 1973 classic Robin Hood. That's only going to be on Disney Plus for some unknown stupid fucking reason. Like I thought Disney printed money, didn't just waste money, and that seems like a waste of money. And besides that, you can go to Pop Culture PB and look for the newest episode of MCU March Madness that'll be out later this week. And then follow me on Twitter, and that's where I, post a bunch of bullshit all the time.
Well, that is all exciting stuff, and definitely go check out Pop Culture PB. And of course, you've been in the Fandom Zone. General Zod has lost of a bunch of different subs, so go tell people about me, because apparently I fucking lost like 11 people. So good riddance and bon voyage. But what I'm gonna be having a bunch of new stuff.
Bon voyage. Bon voyage.
Bon voyage. Anyways,
Bon Voyager 9.
But I also started shooting my videos in a new format. I did my first ever trailer reaction to Penny Dreadful City of Angels, the final trailer release. I'll probably do a couple of episode reviews for it. And my favorite show I'm actually looking forward to, I will be releasing my final trailer review of Billions Season 5. It's going to be fucking exciting. Corey Stolz is going to be in it.
Where's that Ozark review at?
Oh, I'm waiting on that. I got a special little thing I'm going to do for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got with my new format. I want to do like the clips and scenes in the background. So I'm cutting some videos together. It should come out pretty good. I also, on the Prophets of Geek Culture, have been doing comics. So I'm going to do all of my comic stuff on that channel. I put up something about Gotham High. I just did a review for the promotion for the Power Rangers comic. which is fucking awesome and should be a fucking movie. This promo was one of the best I've seen for a fucking comic book ever. Go check it out. I do a little reaction to it. I'm currently getting the comic. It's fucking $14. So I was debating on whether or not I was going to review it, but I'm going to review it. So go check that out. And yeah, hit that like button to try to recalibrate everything. If you like this.
Villains don't need recalibration. They need neck surgery.
And by the way, if you don't like it and you hit the dislike button, then cool. Thanks for watching. As always, remember we love you all. We even love the haters. So as always, remember the only rule here in the fandom zone.
Whack out the porn.
Yeah, I'll give you that one, Husky.
It's not a rule, it's just a suggestion.